Remember, I mentioned that the definition of oxidation and reduction, other than gaining and losing electron, it can also be gaining and losing hydrogen. So this is what I meant. You can involve hydrogen atom. So the loss of hydrogen atom is similar to the loss of electron, the loss of hydrogen atom. The gain of hydrogen atom is similar to the gain of electrons. You see this, the loss and the gain of hydrogen in next week's in-class lecture when we talk about cellular respiration. Now we want to give you some example. Photosynthesis. We will talk a lot more in depth about photosynthesis in the next online lecture, online video lecture. So chloroplast convert solar energy into ATP and use carbon dioxide to form carbohydrate sugar. It reduces carbon dioxide into carbohydrate sugar, and oxygen is the byproduct. So this is the overall reaction. So the main goal, the main product of photosynthesis is glucose here. And they should put ATP here as well. They should put ATP here, but ATP is used in the ATP is used for the reaction to make glucose, so they didn't put it here. So the main product is glucose. The byproduct is oxygen. And they need carbon dioxide to be reduced to form the glucose. So this overall reaction, you need to memorize it, because when we talk about photosynthesis in the online lecture, you also have to memorize this one as well. For cellular respiration, mitochondria oxidizes carbohydrate and uses the energy to make ATP. And we need oxygen, and the byproduct is CO2 and water. This is the reaction that you need to memorize. As you can see, it's basically the opposite of the photosynthesis. We use glucose coming from the food that we eat, and then combined with oxygen that we breathe in, and then to form carbon dioxide and water. These two are the byproduct of cellular respiration. Energy, in this case, it is ATP. ATP here is the main product. It's the main product here. So let's compare previously. Energy here comes from the sun, solar energy. And then the main product is glucose. Oxygen is the byproduct. And the carbon dioxide, of course, the plant gets carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Water from rain. So you can see that the cellular respiration and photosynthesis, they are actually the opposite to each other, so that they can balance. And what happened in the environment right nowadays is that we human beings disturbing these two chemical equations. That means you are disturbing the natural balances of the environment. And we are making too much of the carbon dioxide, and we are killing a lot of trees, so that we are depleting the oxygen in the air, but we are increasing a lot of carbon dioxide. So if these two equations, they are not balanced, sooner or later, the ecosystem will collapse. So when we oxidize the glucose, it releases 686 kilocalorie of energy. Again, you do not need to memorize the number. It just gives you an idea how much energy for each glucose can provide us. Some of the energy they form ATP, but most of the energy they are lost as heat. And then oxidizing cell oxidizing another type of oxidizing glucose by step, and we call it cellular respiration. So this picture I showed you before. As you can see that these two cellular respiration and photosynthesis, they depend on each other. We must have a balance of the two so that the ecosystem can continue to work. As you can see in each step, even in photosynthesis, we have loss in heat. We have loss in heat for the mitochondria, and when we use ATP, we also have a loss in the heat. And remember this is one of the law of the thermodynamics. Which one is that? First law or second law? The answer is this is the second law of thermodynamics. And then we are involved in the cycling between chloroplast and mitochondria. Food, all the food, they mainly come from plants or the animal that eat plants. So we eat both plant and animals, but all animals eat plants or they eat other animals. So basically all the food, they come from plants. And then with the food nutrient here, it means glucose. Glucose and oxygen go into mitochondria to produce ATP through cellular respiration. And then, therefore, plant is important. Without plant, we don't have enough food to make ATP. When we do not make ATP, that means we are dead. So in here it tells you that our lung, the respiratory system, they are the one that takes in oxygen and breathes out carbon dioxide. The oxygen that takes in goes into the mitochondria, and the nutrient from eating food, that means the glucose from the food, also go into the mitochondria. And the mitochondria will go through cellular respiration to make ATP, and then the byproduct of ATP, remember, is carbon dioxide. That's why our lung breathes out carbon dioxide.